Hey there, thank you for coming back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Today I'm coming to you guys all barefaced and close up because we'll be doing a first impression / wear test of a new cushion foundation. And I bet a lot of you guys who watch my channel already knew that I would be reviewing this cushion foundation. But the cushion foundation we're featuring today in this video is the new Hera Black Cushion Foundation. I'll be doing a first impression and also compare this new formulation to the old formulation of the Hera Black Cushion Foundation. And we'll see together whether this new formulation is an improvement of the already all-time best-selling cushion foundation formula from Hera. Let's get right into it. The new Black Cushion Foundation is being retailed at about the same price as the old Black Cushion Foundation. And as usual, when you buy this product, you'll be getting one case and two refills. One of the two refills will be already inside the case when you receive the product, and the other refill will be in its own packaging. The packaging of the new Hera Black Cushion Foundation is essentially the counterpart to the Hera Lasting Glow Cushion Foundation case. It is just a sleek black color with the Hera logo in the middle here. In the old formulation of the Black Cushion Foundation, we have 6 different shades ranging from a 13, which is a very, very fair ivory shade, to 25, which is an amber shade. And in the new formulation, Hera did not add new shades to the shade range, but they did add new undertones to the shade range. So this time we're getting 8 different shades, and they're actually divided into different undertones. The shade that I chose for myself today is 21 and 1. This is the vanilla shade, and I think this is going to correspond to the old 21 shade in the old Hera Black Cushion Foundation formulation. So let's now start with the application. I'm going to be applying the new Black Cushion Foundation on this side of my face, leaving this bare just so we can see what the coverage level of this new formulation is. And then after that, I'll be applying the old Black Cushion Foundation formula on this side, and we'll compare the two formulations together. So this new formulation seems to have a stronger and also different scent to the old formulation of the Black Cushion Foundation. And we'll have to see whether the scent dissipates quickly or not, because if it doesn't, this might be something that people who are sensitive to smell should pay attention to before buying this product. So I'm going to push just once. So there's quite a bit of product that comes out. I'm going to just tap it on here before applying to my face. So here is the complete application of the new formulation of the Black Cushion Foundation on the right side of my face. And I would say that this cushion foundation definitely retains the same high level of coverage that the old formulation has. I had some redness over here as well as some dark spots, and I think the redness has already been covered up pretty well by this new formulation. You can still see a little bit of the dark spots, but not very much, and I'm sure I can just use concealer to cover up all of the dark spots if I want to when I use this cushion foundation. The little bit of pimple that I have up here is not completely covered though, but since that is a little bit raised, I kind of expected that this cushion foundation would not be able to cover that up completely. I'm going to go in a little bit closer to you guys so you can see clearer the coverage in the butterfly zone. So here we have the butterfly zone coverage level of this new formulation. As you can see on the side of my nose right here, you can still see the redness, and you can also already see a little bit of creasing and of the foundation not sitting quite right on that side of my nose. So as with a lot of the cushion foundation I've been trying recently, the foundation just seemed to go right inside the pores and sit there instead of covering up any of the texture or redness that I have. And on the cracks over here, you can also see a little bit of creasing already happening. Other than that, over here in the area in the triangle right underneath my eyes, I would say that the foundation did a very good job of covering up some of the larger pores that I have. However, it does emphasize a little bit of dryness that I have over here, which I'm not sure you can see quite well on camera. Now, obviously, as I just applied this cushion foundation, the foundation definitely looks pretty bright for my skin tone, but from my experience with Hera cushion foundation, this should oxidize after it's been on my skin for about 10 minutes, and then the shade will be pretty much a good match for my skin tone. So I'm now going to zoom out again and start applying the old formulation on the left side of my face. So as I'm applying the old formulation, I can definitely say that the new formulation is a lot more lightweight than the old formulation. And the new formulation also doesn't seem quite as powdery as the old formulation. So the fact that it's not quite as powdery might affect how the new formulation lasts on my skin, because part of the reason why the old formulation lasts so well on my skin is because it is quite powdery and it controls the oil production around the butterfly zone very well on its own. So I just finished applying the old formulation of the black cushion foundation on the left side of my face, and here is a comparison of the coverage as well as the finish of both of these cushion foundation. As you can see, there is still a glow on the right side as well as the left side of my face, but I would say that the glow on this side, which is where I use the new formulation, is slightly stronger. Also because I think the new formulation has a more liquidy and thinner texture, my skin actually looks like normal skin on this side, whereas on this side it looks almost as if I had already powdered my skin a little bit, and you can definitely tell that I am wearing foundation on the left side of my face where I use the old formulation. The old formulation also seemed to have a higher level of coverage because on my jawline, on my left jawline, you cannot see any of the dark spots that I used to have there. And the redness around my nose is also gone on the left side. Now, if we look more closely at the butterfly zone on either side of my face, you can actually see there is a stronger hue of pink around my nose on this right side than on this left side where I use the old formulation. Also, the old formulation cover up pores better, in my opinion, than the coverage of pores of the new formulation. At least on this side, even if you can still see a little bit of texture of the pores, the redness on the side of the nose has been covered up pretty nicely, and the foundation did not go and sit inside the pores the moment I put the product on my face, unlike the side of the new formulation. The triangle area underneath my eyes have been covered up pretty nicely by both of the cushion foundation, and I don't think I see too huge of a difference in the coverage in that area. Another thing I want to add, which is just an user experience thing, is that while the old formulation already seems to dry down a little bit and sort of fit itself to my face, the new formulation is still pretty wet, and I don't really feel that the product itself has completely meshed into my skin yet. So because there is still a little bit of glow, especially in the butterfly zone and also the high points of my cheeks, I'm going to be powdering both sides of my face and also do the rest of my makeup. Then we'll come back and take a look at the two sides of my face with the complete makeup on and see if there's any difference after I have powdered and put on other products. I'm back after applying the rest of my makeup, and I powdered down both sides of my face using this product, which is the Hera Airy Blur Priming Powder in Ivory Breeze. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can have a better look at the two sides of my face now that both of the cushion foundation formula has set. So this is the side of the new formula of the black cushion foundation. Not much has changed except that I have taken away some of the glow with the powder. And then here is the side of the old formula of the Black Cushion Foundation. Again, not much has changed, but I definitely feel, at least with this round of check-in, that the side of the old formula looks a lot neater than the side of the new formula. Let's now also do a transfer test, since the new formulation of the Black Cushion Foundation claims that it is mass-proof. So I'm going to be blotting my face using a facial tissue, and let's see if any of the foundation comes up onto it. I have lowered the light a little bit so you can see better what's happening on the piece of facial tissue. So here is the side that I use to blot my face. And as you can see, as I am moving the piece of facial tissue in front of the camera lens, you probably can't see any foundation marks on it because there is none. So both sides seem to hold up pretty well under the transfer test. Now that I have finished with the application of both formula of Black Cushion Foundation and also do the first round of impression and comparison of the two formula, I'm going to go on with the rest of my day as usual, and I'll also do a midday check-in with natural lighting to show you guys how my skin actually look in normal daylight. At the end of the day, after about 8 hours, I'll also come back and summarize my thoughts on the new formulation of the Black Cushion Foundation, as well as give you guys a final check-in to see how my skin condition looks at the end of the day. So I'll see you guys then. Hey there, I am back again after wearing both the old and new formulation of the Hera Black Cushion Foundation for 8 hours, and I now have a more complete impression of the new formula. So let's get right into it, starting with the midway checkpoint in natural lighting. First of all, I want to point out that even though I said the new formula of the Black Cushion Foundation has a slightly stronger scent than the old formula, this scent definitely dissipates over time, and after about an hour or two of wearing the new formula on my face, I can no longer detect any kind of scent. So this is probably a good thing, specifically for those of you who are sensitive to scent. Secondly, this new formula seems to improve with time. As more time passes and as my skin produces more oil, it seems that the foundation meshes really well with the oil on my skin to create a very natural but perfected look. At the 4-hour checkpoint, which is in natural lighting, you can see that comparatively the two sides don't look that different. However, you can see that on the side where I use the new formula, the foundation seems to have settled down quite nicely around my nose and in the butterfly zone. It settled down so nicely to the point that I stopped seeing any kind of creasing or any kind of separation of the foundation, which I did see at the beginning of the day when I just applied the foundation to my skin. The other thing is on the side where I use the O formula, you can definitely see more of a powdery texture, a powdery finish, and this powdery finish is particularly visible around the mouth area, unlike the side where I use the new formula where you cannot detect any kind of specks of powder or texture that is being emphasized at all. For this, I definitely prefer the finish that the new formula has. You can probably also see in this midway checkpoint that there were some creasing around my eye area, and because the new formula is a lot more liquidy and thinner than the old formula, I was able to fix the creasing on my right side very easily by using the cushion puff to smooth over the creases, whereas the old formula is quite powdery, so it was pretty much impossible for me to fix the crease that was forming over on the left side. Let's talk about how my skin is looking right now 8 hours into the wear test. On my right side, which is where the new formula was used, I would say that the coverage and finish is pretty much the same as it looks at the beginning of the wear test 8 hours ago. And because my skin has gotten a little bit more oily as time passes, I would actually say that the overall look on my right side is quite natural looking, and it does not look like I have a lot of base makeup on at all. On the side of the old formula, you can see that it's definitely more matte than the side of the new formula. but you can also see there are some creasing going on that were persisting from the midway checkpoint because I could not fix it with the cushion puff. And the powdery texture is again very visible around the mouth area. Another thing I want to add is that the new formula feels really nice on the skin and super comfortable as well. I feel as though I am not wearing any kind of foundation on my skin at all. Whereas on the side where I use the old formula, I can definitely feel a little bit of tightness around the perimeter of my face, and this is probably because of the powderiness of the foundation itself. Overall, even though I would not say that the new formula of the Black Cushion Foundation is an improvement over the old formula in terms of texture and pigmentation coverage, I would say that it is definitely an improvement in terms of the way that it feels on the skin as well as how well it wears on the skin. This new formula of the Black Cushion Foundation is one where the longer you wear the foundation, the better your skin will look with it. And I think Hera has reformulated the Black Cushion Foundation, which is their all-time best-selling product, so that it agrees with how people like to wear their base makeup nowadays. I think most people like to go for more natural-looking, healthy skin that might have some minor flaws instead of doing their skin or base makeup in a way that make your skin look super perfected and super photoshopped. That is all for today's video. I hope that this has been useful for you, especially if you are someone who were super excited about this reformulation of the Black Cushion Foundation, or if you are someone who wanted to try out the old formula of the Black Cushion Foundation, but thought that that old formula has too matte of a finish. I think you will enjoy the finish of the new formula of the Black Cushion Foundation very much. And I would say that even though the new formula doesn't have as good of a coverage as the old formula, the Black Cushion Foundation is still quite a high coverage cushion foundation that can be sheared out or built up according to your needs for coverage. Please hit the like button if you have enjoyed your time with me today or find the information I provided in this video useful. Also, consider subscribing to my channel for more content on Korean beauty in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.